The following presentation is brought to you by the Realm Network.
Today on Mr. Media, I'll talk to country singer-songwriter Hicks. Curiously, the country sound is familiar, but the country of origin may surprise you. He's from Sweden. Stick around. If this doesn't go well, you can always tell people this interview was full of holes. Of course, that reference only makes sense if he were Swiss, so never mind. So much media, so little time. Who keeps track of it all? That would be me. This is Bob Andelman, and this is the Mr. Media Interview, brought to you today by Amazon.com. When you visit MrMedia.com and click on any of the links to purchase books, music, movies, gift certificates, or anything else through our Amazon link, you support this free video podcast. Whenever you need something else from Amazon, please consider returning to MrMedia.com to order it. It doesn't cost you any extra, and we sure appreciate the support. And don't forget, MrMedia.com has more than 1,200 celebrity audio and video interviews archived on the site. That's hundreds upon hundreds of hours free entertainment. Subscribe for free on MrMedia.com, and you'll instantly get an email every time a new interview is posted. You can also watch and subscribe to the show on YouTube, Vimeo, Dailymotion, the Realm Network, and Frequency.com. And if you prefer to just listen, Mr. Media is also available for free on iTunes, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Blueberry, TuneIn, Blog Talk Radio, Podfeed.net, and Player FM. You can subscribe to any of those services and never miss another episode. Finally, you can interact with Mr. Media Interviews on all kinds of social media, including Facebook, Twitter, Google+, and more. Friend or follow us, we'll friend or follow you back. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Mr. Media is recorded live before a studio audience of Swedish country music singers who, heck, who am I kidding? There probably aren't enough Swedes playing country music to fill my kitchen, let alone my living room, in the new media capital of the world, St. Petersburg, Florida. Many American country music fans don't want to hear this, but your favorite genre of music has long since blown past national borders. Shania Twain, Canadian. Keith Urban, New Zealander. Jody Messina, Boston. Okay, American, yes, but not really a bastion of country music. Boston? And frequent guest of the show, Amy Rose, redneck Canadian. That's a whole nother nationality. Still, we're going out on a bit of a limb today, introducing you to an up-and-coming country music singer-songwriter named Hicks. He hails from Sweden. And, as is often the case with British rockers, you'd never know he wasn't from these parts when he's singing. And I'm sure we'll talk a little bit about that. Now, Hicks has written songs for the late Jimmy Jamison of Survivor, for Giant, Little River Band, and Bobby Kimball of Toto, among others. He's the first Swedish artist to have his first two singles reach the New Music Weekly Top 10. And he's got a new single out, I Belong to You, written with Eric Martinson and Jörgen Elofsson, the writers of two hits, Stronger and A Moment Like This, for Kelly Clarkson. Hicks will perform two songs exclusively today on Mr. Media, Mama's Kitchen, and he'll give us the world premiere of I Belong to You. Hicks, welcome to Mr. Media.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You know what? Let's start with with the reference I made to British rockers and how you listen to them sing and you never hear an accent. Americans don't hear it, and even they don't. And I listened to you, and I remember when I was first introduced to your music, and I thought, this should be interesting. But there's no Swedish sound in your music. You sound like you could have come out of Nashville.
Yeah, but I think I grew up listening to that music, and I think that's why. And it's in my blood somehow. And I think if you're going to sing in another language, have respect to learn it. And I can talk with a Swedish accent, and sing with it, but that would just sound funny. It's just weird.
It's interesting that, English is, I guess, your second language, third language?
No, it's my second language.
Okay.
I don't know why, but ever since I've been a kid, I think in English. I don't know why. My parents, they're as Swedish as they can be. So, I don't know. I find the words a lot easier in English than I do in Swedish.
Well, and as we were getting set up with the lights and the sound, you did a little practice run through of "I Belong to You," and I was kidding you after that you were singing about dollars and not kroner, and it just like, you know, I thought, well, that's odd, and tell folks the reason for that.
Well, the reason is that nobody knows what a krona is. They're just gonna krona. Did he say corona? Is he singing about beer? But everybody knows what a dollar is, and it's hard to rhyme. What do you rhyme with krona? Yeah, you know, it's easier to rhyme with dollars. So
could you rhyme kroner in Swedish more easily, or is it just it doesn't rhyme with much of anything?
It doesn't. It's a weird word.
Kind of like orange doesn't rhyme with anything.
No, you have to make something up, something like sounds like it.
Yeah. How did you come upon country music? I mean, did your parents listen to it, or friends?
Yeah, like I said before, my mom, my grandpa, they are big country music fans. So when I was growing up, I was listening to Johnny Cash and Jim Reeves and Hank and all the old ones. And those songs, they stuck with me. In my teens, I wanted to start playing in bands. I wanted to play country music, but all my friends, they were just listening to rock, and everybody thought country was cheesy. So I played rock. I mean, I liked rock as well, so I didn't mind. But then when I started writing songs, I wrote a lot of country. And when we wrote songs for Jimmy Jameson for his album, he said, there's a country vibe to those songs, and I like it. And a lot of people say that there is something country in everything I write, even if it's a rock song or a pop song. It's just in me. It's what comes out.
And I was joking, at least I was trying to joke in the introduction, about whether we could fill my living room with Swedes who played country music. From what you say, I'm guessing there would not be a lot of people. No,
there's not. We are a few, trying to wave the banner high, but since it's nothing we've grown up with here in Sweden, it's not in our blood.
So, Hicks, how does someone go about making a living playing country music in a country that isn't that interested in country music?
Well, I work as a songwriter as well, so I write for other people, and you have to these days. It's and then I still have my day job.
Oh, which is
I work as a gym technician.
What does that mean?
Well, I serve the machines when you're training at the gym. When they break down, I come and fix them. So
I got it. And just for folks who may be wondering, where are you? Where are we doing this interview from?
Well, I'm in Sweden. I'm in Stockholm, Sweden,
nice.
Of all places. Yeah.
Very nice.
And we live just out in the outskirts of Stockholm, out on the islands in the archipelago.
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah.
I ask you that just so folks know that you're actually recording this close to midnight your time.
Yeah, it is.
So please respect the fact that this man is giving up some of his sleep tonight to do this. Was it difficult to get noticed writing country songs?
Well, for me, it hasn't. This journey has just been crazy. From the first song that I put up on YouTube, that was Mama's Kitchen, and it took off. It took off like crazy. It was way beyond my wildest dreams. I put up the video, and all of a sudden, DJs from all around the world mailed me and said, "Hey, can we get that song? We want to play it on our show." And it's just like, what? So I didn't have a website. You couldn't find it on Spotify or iTunes or Amazon or anything. So I did everything backwards. But it worked, and then the song found its way into charts, and I started to get nominations for awards and stuff, and it was just like, what's going on? And I still can't believe it, because I'm really living my dream, but I have no control over this at all. It's taking a life of its own. So it hasn't been hard to get noticed. For me, it's been a little tough in Sweden. I mean, they play me on the radio here, but not that much. I'm that weird guy that plays country music and they just don't know why.
That's great. They don't know why.
Yeah, they don't get it. It's just like, why don't you play pop or rock or something we understand? Yeah. But they like the songs and they just like, yeah, but it's good songs, so we can play them. So,
well, you mentioned that you have a family connection to country music. Your grandfather, your mother like country music.
Yeah.
When did you realize that you had a talent for performing and singing and playing?
Well, I did my first professional gig when I was 12 years old, playing in a rock band. I was the bass player, and I thought it was amazing that I was on stage, all the girls in the crowd, and somebody paid me to do it.
All right.
That was just like, hey, this is my calling. But since I was, ever since I can remember, it's always been music in one form or another. I stopped a few times, I'm done. I had my run. I've done some tours. I've recorded some albums. I've been writing songs for others. I think I'm good. But then again, I'm there with the guitar and playing and just like, well.
So the essence of it for you was no different than anyone else in the world. Girls and money. I get paid for this, and girls will pay attention to me.
Yeah, that's why you start out. And now it's all about the music. Now it's about writing the song, that perfect song, and that when it's done, you just know, yeah, that doesn't get any better than that. It's that's what it's about for me. And try to touch somebody else with your song. That somebody either feel good or they connect with the lyrics, or if you're writing a sad song, that they can feel it in their hearts. It's just like, wow, I've been through that. I know what you're singing about. So that's what's important for me these days.
And do you have, how did you learn to write? Obviously, from what you're saying, writing the music is very important to you. How do you learn to do that? You just start doing it? Did anyone help you with that?
No, I just started doing that. I think I don't remember, 9 or 10 years when I wrote my first song, and it was I wrote it on my mom's organ. She had an old organ in the house, and I had this crush on a girl in the same class as me, and I wrote that song, "You Are So Close But So Far Away," in Swedish. It was awful. It was really a crappy song, but I wrote it. And then when you start playing in bands, you just make up stuff. You don't know if you can write, but you just do it. You don't think about it. And so I guess I learned that way. And then when you play in bands, I played in some cover bands, and then you start to learn how songs are built, how good songs are built. And you're like, why is that song so damn good? Okay, it's because that chord with that note in the vocals, that's what makes it good. So you learn that way by playing. And you learn, especially playing live. If a song is good, it works live.
Can you, you're going to hate me, but can you give us a verse of You're So Close But So Far Away?
No, I forgot that song. I just remember.
That's convenient.
Yeah, it is. No, it's just, and I didn't record it, and I'm glad I didn't.
All right. Well, in a minute or two, you're going to give us the world premiere of "I Belong to You."
Yeah.
Now, the first song that you're going to play is "Mama's Kitchen," which you referred to earlier. Do you want to kind of set it up for us and describe what this song is about?
Well, "Mama's Kitchen," it's a true story about me and my two brothers. We don't get to see each other that often. We travel the world in our different lines of work, but we always meet up in Mama's Kitchen. I moved away from my hometown, I think, some 15 years ago, but when I go back, she always makes sure that, all right, Michael's in town, let's meet up. And that's where we tell our stories. drink beer, tease each other, have fun, and just being family.
Now, wait a minute. You made reference to someone named Michael. I don't know anybody named Michael.
No, my real name is, my stage name is Hicks. My real name is Michael. So when I go back home, I'm just Michael.
Okay. Where did Hicks come from?
Hicks comes from, I wanted something short and simple, something easy to remember, and that had a sort of reference to country, because I'm a Hick. So I'm from a small town in the southern part of Sweden, and so I thought, yeah, Hicks, that's cool. It's easy to remember, just like Sting or Prince.
Bono, Cher.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Elvis.
So, yeah, you just need that one name. So anyhow, I was on my way to Nashville, and I sat there on the plane, and I thought about what I just said, and she said, yeah, we always meet up in Mama's Kitchen. I was just like, bam, Mama's Kitchen. That's the title for a song. So I wrote it down. And I think it took me some 15 minutes just to write down the lyrics, what I wanted to be about, and then I had an idea for the song there. So then I finished it up when I came back home. So
nice. All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's give a listen, folks. This is Hicks, who has another name, but we're not going to use it. This is Hicks playing Mama's Kitchen.
Yay! Down home, a deep southern, from the sticks of me and my brothers, modern cowboys riding round this world. Hard hats, blue collar, just trying to make a dollar. That would be so funny to say, we're trying to make some kroner. No, just trying to make a dollar in different corners, different fields. No matter what we do, no matter where we go, well, there's a place you never outgrow. We always come back to Mama's Kitchen, swapping lines, laughing, bitching, catching up what goes on in our lives. Plenty of love in Mama's Kitchen, ice cold beers and deep fried chicken, southern food for body, heart, soul, and mind in Mama's Kitchen. And then I forgot the lyrics there. How fun is that? I should have rehearsed it better, you know. Matt Moon, the long arm, he didn't like his kind of rubber charm. He can't go back to London in a while. Me and Jay in Paris, we drank some shit and felt fantastic. Sold the Eiffel Tower for $100. Some crazy stunts we pulled, some crazy things we've seen. But there's nothing like a home-cooked meal. No, 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 no. We always come back to Mama's Kitchen, swapping lines, laughing, bitching, catching up what goes on in our lives. Plenty of love in Mama's Kitchen, nice cold beers and deep fried chicken, southern food for body, heart, soul, and mind in Mama's Kitchen. There you have it.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. There's a guitar solo and everything, but I'm not going to get into that.
That's okay. So I'm guessing that I think I probably know who Mama's favorite is.
Well, I'm her favorite sometimes. Sometimes when she heard a song on the radio, she usually calls me and says, hey, they played my song on the radio today. So she's proud. She's really proud.
I bet she is. What's your mom's name? Let's give her a little shout out here.
Yeah, Solveig. That's how we pronounce it.
Solveig.
Solveig, yeah. It's a Norwegian name originally, but she's not from Norway. It's just her birth name.
That's very nice. It's a great song, and it goes back to what I said earlier. I mean, and even you and I speaking here, there's very little bit of. I mean, you could probably certainly pass for American. There's very little sense that anyone would have that you were from anywhere else. And when you're singing, there's no doubt that, I mean, you sound as American playing country as anyone I've ever heard.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You know,
like I said, it's give respect to the language. If you're going to use it, learn it.
Tell us a little bit about what you're wearing today. I normally wouldn't ask this, but we discussed it earlier. So tell me about the hat and the
hat. Yeah, this is my stage outfit. I have my vest here. I'm the president in Hicks country, and and the back is like
Hicks.
That's
Sweden.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Hicks, Sweden, and then my hat is a hat I designed. It's a Harley-Davidson hat that I bought in Nashville, but I like the hat the way Harley-Davidson made it, but I love it the way I redesigned it.
You want to show people a little closer with the camera so we can see it? There we go. All right.
Yeah. So the badge isn't on there. I put that on myself, and this is just a round hat here. So I had a tailor make it this way for me. So
it looks perfectly fit to you. It makes sense that you.
The only one.
There you go. So we talked a little bit about the songwriting. Tell me about. And it's funny. I was going to say before that when I've asked people about how do you learn to write songs, no one has ever said to me, "Well, I got this great book. It's called The Idiot's Guide to Writing Songs." No one ever says that. So I want to ask you about singing and playing guitar. I'm assuming that you probably, certainly guitar, you probably have had lessons.
No, I'm self-taught in that field as well. I did take some bass lessons when I was 10 or 11, but they wanted me to play those boring songs that I didn't want to play, so I quit and I just learned by myself. I put on records and listened to, oh, they play like that, and they said, okay, oh, well, I can do that. So
I wish I could go back in time when my parents made me take a whole bunch of guitar lessons from different people and drums, and I always had the teachers who said, you just keep repeating, do this exercise 100 times a day or whatever it was, and of course I got bored and hated it. But and as an adult, you meet people like yourself who just say, I just picked up the guitar and I listened and I played until it sounded like what I heard on the record, and that's how I learned. And now I think maybe there was hope for me and it was lost.
No, but it's never too late. Come on.
Yeah, it is.
No. Do you know how old I am?
Do you want to tell us?
Yeah, I'm 52, and I mean, nobody starts a career this late in life.
That's true. I get you.
Yeah.
I'm a little older than that, but yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, but I don't think it's late. I mean, I think we can quit, but we can't fail. It's impossible to fail, but you can't quit. Then you didn't fail, you just quit.
Or you just moved on to other things. I mean, let's face it.
Yeah.
There's people who are very good at music, and there's people who are very good at plumbing, and they don't aren't always the same person.
No. That's true. I mean, do what you love and do what you're good at. So,
I agree. And you've some songs you've recorded your own songs. Sometimes you've recorded other people's songs. How do you decide? What you're going
I haven't recorded somebody else's song.
Oh.
No, I'm a part of the writing on every song. And it's not that I think songs people send to me are bad. It's just that I want it to sound a certain way. Mm-hmm. And I have an idea in my head how I should sound. And if I get a song that doesn't sound like that, it's just like, no, it's not a song for me. They're great songs, I mean, but send it to somebody else that can do that song justice, because I can't. I have to sing the way I sing. I have to play the way I play.
Well, certainly we've learned over the years that the musicians that endure are the ones that have written their own songs. You can make more money from the rights to the songs than if you record someone else's material. I talked to a writer who just wrote a book about a history of The Who from the 1960s, and he was saying that John Entwistle, their bass player, was always broke because Pete Townsend was the one who made all the money from the songwriting, and Roger Daltrey made the money from the vocals. And the bass player, he didn't get credit for any songs. He didn't write any songs. He didn't create anything. And they were always having to bail him out and find money, find ways to... The main reason they stayed touring all those years was so that he would have some money in his pocket. You just don't... If you're not writing your own songs, you're not going to make a good living at this, I guess.
No, I think these days it's a little different now with all the downloading and streaming and stuff. You don't make as much money on songwriting. You have to find other ways, and I guess that's why a lot of bands tour a lot more these days, which I think is good. I think that's really good. But still, if you have a big hit, you will still make a lot of money, of course.
Have you played in the States yet?
Yes, I have. I've played. I was invited to play at CMA Fest and to represent Sweden 2 years ago. 2 years ago, and I played down on Broadway on the honky tonks, and I love that. It's so cool.
Any chance you'll be back anytime soon?
I hope so. Me and my manager Michael, we're working on it, and to do a smaller tour. And I was asked by some people in Nashville when I was there the last time if I could come back and do a smaller tour in Tennessee, Alabama, and Kentucky. And they're working on it right now, so I hope that comes true. That will be a lot of fun.
Well, you look like a traditional shit kicker.
Yeah, I feel like one.
I say that in the best possible way. I mean, we should, let's. I'll do something I don't usually do. If someone's watching this and you book music at your club or clubs, Hicks is represented by MTS Management, Michael Stover, and you can find him online and work with them on booking Hicks. And that could go. I mean, that doesn't have to be in the U.S. Anywhere. You offer him enough money, he'll come and play your club, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, let's get on to the main event. The second song you're going to play for us is your new single, "I Belong to You." This is, as we mentioned, the world premiere. I didn't know that before we started talking. This will be the first time you've played this publicly for anyone, anywhere. You want to tell folks a little bit about this?
This is a song we wanted to write a song that said summer, that had that vibe and feel of summer and sing along feel to it. Just a song that makes you happy. And we were playing around with the guitars and just having a good time, and that's how the song grew. It came from there, just three guys sitting down having a good time and just that's good. And we like to keep it simple. I hate complicated songs. I don't like to listen to them. I don't like to write them. I want songs to be to the point and simple and just fun.
Well, this is a fun song. It's an upbeat song. It's what got my attention. I love that. So, folks, listen. This is direct from Stockholm, mind you. This is Hicks playing "I Belong to You," world premiere.
Yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Life sure has its own sweet ways to knock you off your feet. Seeing you again tonight just did. Funny how the years have flown, nothing's changed, and girl, you know that I belong to you. For a moment I went back in time, it passed before my eyes. The love, the heat, the passion that we shared. You're still the same, so beautiful, and nothing's changed. And girl, you know, you're still the one I want, baby, stuck in my heart. And nothing's gonna tear us apart. Those summer nights, wildfire, crazy, crazy nights. It couldn't be more obvious. I guess I always knew that I belong to you. Oh yeah, I belong to you. I left town, pursued my dream to find that pot of gold. You moved on and married my best friend. It didn't last, you walked away. Now here we stand, all I can say that I belong to you. Those summer nights, wildfire, crazy, crazy nights. It couldn't be more obvious. I guess I always knew that I belong to you. Oh yeah, I belong to you.
All right. Very nice.
Yeah. I
Very
gave you the
nice.
short version, and I made so many mistakes on the guitar, so it's scary. But hey, so what?
Hey.
I didn't rehearse this one. It's just like, yeah, I just winged it.
No
So,
apologies necessary. It sounded
No.
great. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And we got, you played it first for us. That's all that matters here.
Yeah, so I mean,
And
hey, world premiere.
Live music, you never know what's going to happen.
No, that's what's fun about it. I mean, I forgot the lyrics in the first one, so.
It's all good. All right, so what's next for you? What you've got this new song out. Obviously, you're promoting this.
Yeah, we're promoting this song right now, and still working on the album. There are still some songs left to be recorded. I was fortunate enough to, last time when I was in Nashville, I got to work with Steve Wariner, one of my heroes in country music, and we wrote 2 great songs. So we're going to start record those songs, and then I think the album's done. I'm not sure, because you write songs all the time and you always think, oh, that's a good one. Yeah, I skipped that one and I take this one instead. But we have a lot of songs now we have recorded, and I work with the best producer in the world, Eric Martinson, one of the guys that I co-wrote I Belong to You with, and I co-wrote Mama's Kitchen with him as well. He's just a phenomenal producer, songwriter. So we're working on it. We're working hard.
And Eric's got that connection to Kelly Clarkson, obviously.
No, that's not Eric. That's Jorgen Ellefson.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, well.
Sorry, Jorgen.
Yeah. There's a lot of people, so.
Americans, they don't know what they're talking about.
Sometimes.
Well, occasionally. All right, so listen, folks. You can download Hicks' new single, I Belong to You, as well as Mama's Kitchen, on iTunes. And probably elsewhere as well. We'll try to have links right here on MrMedia.com. If you're watching on MrMedia.com, below the video, you should see a link to each song, and you click on it, download it immediately, get it at a great price.
Yeah, just like that.
How much do you think that'll be in Kroner? Oh, never mind. Okay. And your website, I know, is Hicks, Hicks, country.com.
Yep.
Are you on Facebook or Twitter or any
I'm
of that
on
stuff?
Facebook. Yeah, and it's Hicks Country there as well. But the easiest thing is to go to my website, and there are links to Twitter and Facebook and whatnot. So,
Excellent.
HicksCountry.com.
HicksCountry.com. Well, Hicks, or Michael, thank you so much for honoring us with the world premiere of your new song. It was wonderful to have you, and good luck. We'll hope you'll get back to the States. And
thank you so much for having me. It's been real fun to play guitar live. Hey.
Midnight. It's officially midnight there, right? Yeah.
For myself. I mean, come on. Does it get any better than that?
All right. Well, it was our pleasure, and best of luck to you.
Thank you so much.
So, have you performed the new single anywhere like this before?
No, this is the first time. World premiere.
World premiere. There we go.
Yeah, that's cool.
Hi, this is Buzz Burbank in the Buzz Burbank newsroom, preparing for you another Buzz Burbank news and comment. Do you like good stories? Boy, I sure do. I turn over a lot of stones each day to make sure I don't miss the best ones. Sure, some make me angry, and some make me sad, and some make me laugh, and isn't that what makes us human? I'm proud of the fact that I pack more news into my 10 or 15 minutes a day than the evening news does in a half hour. It's a free podcast at buzzburbank.com, or you can subscribe free at iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, or get it on any RSS device. It's like a newspaper for your head. It's Buzz Burbank News and Comment, another Realm Network presentation. Weekday mornings right here on the Realm Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, welcome to the George and Tony Entertainment Show. Prepare for awesome mediocrity.
We're the Cousin Oliver of the Realm Network. I'm George.
And I'm Tony.
And we're a weekly family-friendly podcast about pop culture.
From our point of view.
At realmnetwork.com, the George and Tony Entertainment Show from the Realm Network.
This is Snake. Do you read me, Otacon?
Loud and clear, Snake.
Did you listen to the latest episode of the Gaming Marathon on the Realm Network?
Of course. They really know their stuff about gaming, especially that Usud guy.
Yeah, but that Chirac guy is a real jerk. I don't like him.
Regardless, the reviews are spot on and they tell it like it is.
That's for sure.
What happened, Snake? Were you spotted?
Nah, it's just Lowell Melser crying about the O's again.
Close call.
I better continue the search for Metal Gear, but keep listening to the Gaming Marathon each week.
You got it, Snake.
New every Monday afternoon right here on the Realm Network.
It's the Mark and Lowell Show.
Hi, this is Mark. And this is Lowell. And if you're fans of Don and Mike, you may know who we are.
Our number one interns. You've met them on the show. They're the guys that ate all the junk, and they were outside with each other holding hands with a sign that said that they loved each other wearing the dunce caps.
And what you may not know is that we started out as fans back in their WAVA days.
Hi, Don and Mike. It's Mark and Lowell.
Oh, yeah. Hey, these are two guys that we once actually called them our proteges, didn't we?
And now we have our own show, so we want you to give it a shot. Just check us out at the Realm Network, realmnetwork.com, or you can go to markandlowell.com.
Resistance is futile. It's the Mark and Lowell Show.
Every Tuesday and Thursday evenings right here on the Realm Network. And catch the Poor Premium Show Friday nights.